stop. Hello there, Ricky Tank here. Now, I should really have a plan for all the things I want to achieve this weekend on the Bros. I have no plan. I've got a general idea of what I want to do. And without planning, it probably won't happen in the order that I want. And I probably won't achieve what I want. Anyway, I'm looking at the engine now. And what I need to do here is remove all the traces of the existing gasket off the face there of the engine. To that end, I've bought a rather dangerous sounding concoction, Permatex gasket remover, which is pretty evil looking stuff. Do not inhale, do not let it touch your skin, all that sort of stuff. But the thing is, I don't really, obviously as an aerosol type can, and I don't really want to spray it. I don't want to spray it and have it kind of spraying into the engine, because I don't think that's a good idea. What I'm going to do is spray some into the cap, I think, and then brush it on. Can I get this brush everywhere? Yeah, I can brush it around all the areas we need. I think I'll need to lie the engine down a bit further first. Another thing I've got all up together now are my engine cases. Here's one. I got that vapor blasted, so that is the original engine cover. That was on this side actually, so that looks nice. Obviously it's got a bit of patina. It's had a bit of havoc wreaked upon it at some point in the past. It's been dropped, but yeah, it looks lovely. And I don't have to do anything to the gasket face on this one. It's all got cleaned up inside and outside by the vapor blasting process, so that's cock on. The other cover I bought second hand from Germany, and here we are. Now, if you consider this and compare it to the previous one, my other case, you will see, and some people will just roll their eyes at this point, they are different finishes. Yeah, this one's plain polished, that one's got kind of more of a satin type finish. Well, at this point I don't care, because they are good enough to go back on. They might be different finishes, but they're both a lot better than what they were before. Shake well before you spray directly into the area to be treated in brief pulses if necessary. Use the tube provided, let it penetrate. Remove injector, right? Repeat if necessary. It's very gloopy though, very wet, which is a bit of a shame. So it's going to fall down inside the engine. I can't do much about that. Well, I could stand the engine back upright again. Oh, we'll be alright probably. Hopefully. And leftover juice. I think it's probably just taken the paint off. Wherever it's just sat, I think it's just taken the paint off the bloody engine. But it's a state already, so not that fussed. Let it penetrate. Let's just give it enough time to do its business, and then in the meantime I'll make another cup of tea, because that's cold. Okay, new cup of tea. I know it looks like the old cup of tea, but it's a new one. Let's give this stuff a little push. Let's see if anything's lifted. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, okay, it moved a little bit. Yeah, I need a bit more penetration, as they say, I think. Let's bang some more on. Yeah, I'm going to have to pry those out with pliers or something. Oh, that's right. Ah, it's easier than I thought it would be. Lovely. Yeah, that's a bugger, isn't it? I need to protect the engine. I don't want bits of gasket falling in the engine. Oh yeah, it looks like the gasket is starting to come apart a bit, which is good. It's just getting in there to kind of push it off. Yeah, I just really crap at this. This is why I don't want to do it. This is why I want to pay someone else to do it if I had the money. I'm not good at it, and I don't want to get good at it. I just want it to be done. Oh well, we'll get there eventually. Put you on that. Lovely. Oh, there's another thing I've got to do. I've got to replace this engine bolt, and I still haven't got the engine bolt out of there that I hacksawed away. I don't think that would be difficult, but yeah, still haven't replaced that. So yeah, got to get a new one of these. And I think I need to buy a proper gasket scraper. These are plastic car trim panel levers. That's all these are. So I reckon I've done as much as I can do on there with these bits of plastic. I need to buy some better kit. The hugger is over there. I'm not sure how it fits. I've never presented it to the bike before. Let's just bring it over. Oh, we're in. We're kind of in. Where would you go? Oh yeah, okay, we've got a hole there. So that goes there. Looks like I'm going to have to drill my own holes for these two, which I never knew about. So yeah, I'm pretty convinced the back of the mudguard at least has to come off up to the bottom of the battery case section. Just feeling from the back, just below this ledge, I think, just above these bolts. I don't want to get a Dremel in there. Can you imagine if I get a little round Dremel tool in there? That the mess, the state of that cut, it'll be horrendous. But I can always get some sandpaper on it afterwards, clean it up. So I reckon, yeah, Dremel tool. Unfortunately, I cannot, the body's too big, the body's too wide on the Dremel, so I can't actually get any closer than about here. So I can't really use the Dremel to cut through, by the looks of it. Okay, so I'm going to try lazy way first. I'm going to get my mains power drill out, just trying to see if I can drill through with my battery powered one. Highly unlikely. Yeah, not having any effect there, that one. No, something. Got a start, so if I can come across the bottom of here, we might be alright. As I expected, broke the drill bit. So I don't think this is gonna pan out ultimately. Oh, there you are. But I could probably get a bigger drill bit, a beefier one, and come across. Slow going. At the end of the day, this is not a milling machine, is it? So close to giving up. I can't tell how close. What an utter bodge job. But I've done it. Where's the torch? So there's a little bit of cleaning up to do. That is not impossible. That's all good. But yeah, I'm happy enough. I've got the bottom off. and I didn't have to take off the mud guard, and I've got a perfectly intact spare as well, so we are sorted. The next issue to really think about is this brake line, because I don't think it's going to work with the rear hugger at all, unfortunately. I might have to do the popular Bros mod. I can't quite remember how it works. I'll have to do some research on the internet, but I think what they do is get a new bit of hose, drill a hole in the swing arm, think about here and about here, and basically feed the brake line through the swing arm and back up here for the caliper. Something like that. I might be a bit wrong on the details, but I do believe they feed the hose into the swing arm through and back out again, about here somewhere. So I'll do some research on that. I don't really want to do it because I'm just not very good mechanically, and I don't want to have to drain and then bleed the brake caliper, because I just don't think I'll be very good at it. But I may not have a choice, so I just don't think the tube, the hose, is going to work in this position with the hugger. Now, I haven't mentioned gaskets. Obviously, to put the engine cases back on, I need new gaskets, and indeed somewhere in this unholy mess, courtesy of Wiimoto, well, not courtesy, they didn't give it to me, I bought them. Oh, it looks like they're kind of face to face inside this bit of cardboard. So anyway, yeah, new engine case gaskets, a couple of O-rings for the inspection bolts that go in the alternator side case, because they've been squashed a couple of times. Oh, it came in, good. That's a new rear hub nut. When I ordered this lot, that was actually out of stock. They were waiting for delivery, so that has now arrived. Obviously, here it is in my hand. Brilliant. Anything else? Oh, they're the exhaust studs. They're the new exhaust nuts. What's that other thing then? I'll have to have a look at the invoice to remind myself. What, oh, did it say anything? Genuine Honda, whatever it was. I can't remember what I ordered. Oh, it's bendy. It is a new rubber foot for the side stand, because mine was pretty ropey when I bought the bike, and then it fell off eventually. So yeah, that's just another rubber foot for the side stand, because I quite liked it when it worked. I'm going to now attempt to scrape off some of that gasket off the engine. I now have, oh, there you go, a new gasket scraper. So let's try it on that little lump there and see what happens. No, pretty crap. Not really any different. The stuff has been on for about 15 minutes. The gasket removal. Oh god, got another split. Gasket removal gunk. Now, it did say, well, I have read, apply and leave for 15 to 20 minutes. I'm just wondering if I just get the gasket face wet and then just attack it straight away while the gloop is fresh. This bit is quite reluctant to leave, so what we got? No, not really. Well, actually, you know what? We might have just got somewhere then. So what's been happening maybe is I've been applying it, leaving it the requisite amount of time, but it's been rolling off and falling off the gasket face. It's an option. It's possible. Okay, I think I might have sussed it then. Oh, for Christ's sake, look, that was all that was needed. I just needed to attack it as soon as the gasket removal goop was on top, nice and wet. Oh, I'm so glad I've discovered that. Piece of cake now. Got this bloody job licked. Sweet. I reckon we're done. Looks like we have got a plan. So yeah, overall, gasket removal, once I sussed out how to attack the gasket face You know, almost as soon as I sprayed this stuff on, not try and leave it for an amount of time. Turned out much better than I thought. It's turned from a job I hate to a job I merely dislike. So these are the bits I kind of took off the last one, and it's all intact. It all came from Germany, ready to rock. Very pleased about that. So this face is clean already. Awesome. And oh my god, that is the dowel from the opposite side that isn't in the engine case, and it came with that. And that's the opposite of the dowel that's in this side, so everything's cock on. So that goes there. But yeah, I've got to get 2 new sealing washers for the oil bolts. That's the one thing I will have to wait on. The next bit I need, the exciting bit, is the, where did I put them? Gasket. Oh, that's a tight fit, babby. Let's present it. There's a towel. We are on. Things are going back together. So if you're interested to know whether this engine will ever go back together and whether this bike will ever run again, please do subscribe. Hit the old subscribe button and keep an eye out for future videos, or press that notification icon, as they say on YouTube, to get notified of my latest uploads. Till the next video, take care of yourselves. See you soon.